Alright, hello and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be going over the Gunlance in the Monster Hunter Wilds beta. Now, there's only so much that we can cover for the Gunlance in the new Monster Hunter because we only have one type of shelling available in the beta, and that's normal type shelling. We don't have wide or long type shelling, so we don't know if the playstyle is going to change depending on the shelling type. So we're just going to give a basic overview on the moves that we have, as well as how I think you should be playing the normal shelling type playstyle. It's actually quite a bit changed from previous Monster Hunters, where in previous Monster Hunters, we would kind of just spam the full burst combo, which looks something like this. But yeah, now that's kind of bit changed because the Gunlance got some new moves that are really powerful and super duper cool looking. The Gunlance also got some really great mobility options, which is really cool. So let's just go ahead and get started with the general game plan on how you should be going about with the normal type Gunlance. And the main move that I want to highlight is the wide sweep. The wide sweep looks like this. And there are several ways we can get into it. The first way is by doing 2 lateral thrusts, which is your triangle button. And then we get a wide sweep. Another way to get into the wide sweep is by doing your overhead smash into the wide sweep. And then the other last way that I know of to get into the wide sweep is by doing shelling. And then moving your left stick and pressing triangle to get a moving wide sweep. There are also ways to get into wide sweep from a perfect guard. After a perfect guard, I believe you can do a wide sweep. Either you do a overhead smash into a wide sweep or you do a wide sweep. I don't quite remember, but we'll get into that when we get into a hunt. So guarding is a good way to get into the wide sweep. So the reason why I highlight the wide sweep is because this gives you access to the Gunlance's new attack, which is called the Wormstake Full Blast. And you execute that by pressing triangle and circle after any of your wide sweep attacks. So even if I do it from the moving wide sweep, we do the Wormstake Full Blast, and then you have another follow-up, and it just does a lot of options. It just does a lot of damage, and it looks super cool. Tons of explosions, but you can clearly see it's a very big animation commitment. So I'm going to do it again, and the thing about this thing is that it looked like it's like 6 different moves, but it's actually only 2. Go into the wide sweep. We'll do the full blast. So the full blast is that full blast into the Wyvern stake. And then the follow-up is the reload into the full burst into another Wyvern stake. The cool thing about that follow-up is that it completely reloads all of your ammo and the Wyvern stake. So that way, every time you do that, you will always get, the full damage. You don't have to make sure that you are completely stocked up on all your ammo. So that's kind of like the main kind of combo that you want to be doing a lot of as much as you can with the Gunlance, at least with the normal type shelling, is by going into your wide sweep and then doing this super cool move. That's the main thing you want to be doing with the Gunlance. Now let's just kind of cover everything else that the Gunlance has to offer. When you're in the neutral position, you got your triangle attacks, which are just lateral thrusts, and then now it's changed where if you do the third one, you get your wide sweep, which we kind of already talked about, and then it leads into your super awesome combo. At any point during your lateral thrust, you can also do the rising slash. You can also do rising slash from neutral position. That works too. And then you can do an overhead smash, and then you got your normal burst fire attack, which has been in all of the Monster Hunter games. And this also now leads into, what is it called again? Sorry, the wide sweep, and then it leads into that combo. But if you do that, you use all of your ammo, so right, you don't get the extra damage. I'm doing the full blast, like that part right there. It should be firing all of your shells, but since you use it during your full burst, you don't have any ammo, right, to do it. So you kind of lose out on a little bit there if you do that. Next up are your circle attacks. Your circle attacks is just your shelling. So by pressing circle while in the neutral position, you'll just fire a shot from your Gunlance and deal some shelling damage. Apparently in this game, this is actually fire damage. So that's something to take note of. You can also charge this. And this is also actually different in this game. It actually fires all of your shells if you hold it long enough. Before, it would only fire one shell that would have extended range and extra damage, but now it just fires everything, kind of like your full burst. So that, I believe, is new. I didn't play much Gunlance in Rise, so if that's how it was in Rise, my bad, but definitely in World, that is not how it behaved, I believe. It also just depends on how long you hold it. You can see that there's like little explosions or, you know, little tick marks, little pips on your Gunlance for each shelling that you consume, so you can tell how many shells are going to be fired when you release the button. That's pretty much it for shelling. Next up is your quick reload. You basically have access to your quick reload after any of your attacks. All of these attacks, quick reload, shelling, quick reload, overhead smash, quick reload. I believe your wide sweep also has a quick reload. Let's do the wide sweep here. Yep, quick reload. So yeah, you've got your quick reload. Quick reload will only load your shells and not your Wyvern stake. So if you want to reload your Wyvern stake, you're going to have to guard and then press O to get a full reload. So let's go ahead and use the Wyvern stake here and showcase that. So worm stake cannon. I missed, but hey, we accomplished our goal. So we use our worm stake. Now if I try it again, right, it's not going to do anything. You have to load it in. And you can tell you have it because it's going to be that blue looking thing at the top left corner of your screen. That's how you know you have a worm stake cannon available to use. You definitely want to make sure that you have this whenever you do the worm stake full blast combo. Next up is the Wyvern's Fire move from the Gunlance. This move is incredibly slow. The damage is, I would say, it's only kind of decent. You have better options just because it's such a very large, you know, animation commitment. But anyway, by pressing your guard button and triangle and circle, you can start readying up your Wyvern's Fire. And you can see it does about 250 damage to the barrel. A decent amount of damage. One thing that has changed about Wyvern's Fire is that now, if you look at the top left corner of your screen again, you have 2 Wyvern Fires available to you, and this is also no longer tied to just a straight up timer. I don't recall what that timer was in previous games, but now in this game, it's kind of based off of how you play the Gunlance. So now in order to recharge your Wyvern's Fire, you have to land shells. You have to do shelling. So if you take a look at the screen now, every time I land shelling, I get a little bit more of my Wyvern Fire back. Now what I have noticed is that even if you do burst fire and fire all of your shells, you don't gain, you know, that much Wyvern's Fire charge back. However, if you do charge shelling and then fire everything, you get a huge chunk back. I don't know why that is. Maybe full burst is just considered as firing one shelling, whereas with charge shelling it is considered all 6, something like that. But that is something to keep in mind. You see that one fully charged shelling recovers about like halfway of our Wyvern's Fire. Now we're back to 2 Wyvern's Fire. So I mentioned that, yes, this thing is a huge animation commitment. They made this a little bit better because it can now be comboed into from certain moves, and it reduces the animation time on it. So basically it fires faster. So one of those ways is by doing the full blast combo. So let's go ahead and showcase that by doing the worm stake full blast. Yep, and then go into the Wyvern's Fire. And you can see that it fires a lot faster. And you can actually go into both, and they both fire very quickly. So that is like the ultimate combo you can do if you have a super large opening. Highly recommended. That just does a ton of damage. And it's super flashy. It looks so cool. Another thing that you might have noticed that is a huge change for the Gunlance is that every time you do a shelling attack, it does not reduce your sharpness. This was something that was kind of hard to manage with Gunlances in the past. Every time you did shelling, your sharpness would decrease, and your sharpness would decrease a lot and very quickly with the Gunlance. And the less sharpness you have, the less damage you do. In this game, that seems to be completely changed, and only your thrust attacks are now consuming sharpness. So that's a very, very nice change. Next up, let's talk about the guarding with this weapon, because they added quite a few guard points with this weapon, and also the ability to perfect guard. So you do have the ability to just straight up perfect guard by pressing your R2 button. If you time it perfectly with the monster's attack, you'll get a perfect guard, and you will have options from it to do some shortcuts into the wide sweep attack. So definitely perfect guarding is something you should try to do. You now also have a perfect guard on your standard reload. You can see that our shield kind of flashes there, and that indicates the window in which you can get a perfect guard. I believe the full blast combo has a perfect guard property on it. Let's see if our shield flashes away. Okay, I don't know if you saw it there. It was kind of hard to see, but our shield was flashing white in some of those moves. It was kind of hard to see with all the explosions, but let's see if we can do it again and if I can highlight it here. And when you transition into the full blast follow-up, there are 2 points in which there are guard points there. And now let's go over the focus mode for the Gunlance. The focus mode is the Drake Auger. It's really cool. You have this drill and you just drill into the monster, and it looks freaking brutal. One aspect on this thing, on this ability, this attack, is that it actually reloads your Wyvern stake. So I'll go ahead and use it, and you'll see that when I do the move, it's going to reload the Wyvern stake when I activate it. So there you go. That reloads the Wyvern stake. So that's pretty much the Gunlance in Monster Hunter Wilds, at least for the normal shelling type. And now let's go ahead and get into a hunt and kind of show you how cool this weapon is. All right, let's hunt this boy. I'm gonna try to get a perfect guard, and I already messed up. Yeah, I didn't get the perfect guard. I just got a regular guard there. Ah, I tried to get a perfect guard with the quick reload, but not work. There we go. I got a perfect guard there. So yeah, it goes on the overhead smash into the wide sweep. I'm gonna try to get this off. Oh, we got tutorials. There we go, we got it. And then we can loop back into that combo, which I'm gonna try to do. We also got a wound. I'm gonna fire off everything. I'm letting loose here. Oh man, and we destroyed all those wounds. Let's reload. And I want my Wyvern's Fire back, so I'm actually just gonna go for some charge shelling. I want at least one Wyvern's Fire. Oh wow, what the heck? We're fully charged. I don't know what happened there. Is that because of the tutorial? No wounds yet. Dang, man. Getting a perfect guard on your quick reload is kind of hard. I'm missing it a lot. Maybe I just try to do regular reload instead of trying to do it off of the reload. Oops, I didn't mean to do Wyvern's Fire, but I'll take it. Oh, we got a wound. We don't see the wound. Oh no, is he gonna run away? No, okay. He just went for the cat. We really want to try to hit a perfect guard. Ah, just a regular guard. He didn't even hit us. More tutorials. Okay, I see a wound. Let's do. And we don't have our Wyvern stick, so like this is like the perfect opportunity to show that. That we reloaded. There we go. We got the perfect guard. Then we can go into the combo. But he's running away. I can't cancel that because that is a full commitment if you press the button. Let's see if we can get a mount. No. They're telling us about perfect guard. I'm just gonna full send the combo. That was a perfect guard, nice. Gets us into the wide sweep. Okay, I'm gonna showcase kind of the mobility options there, right? You just do a shelling into that. Okay, and then we can do our combo. Oh, but I whiffed. Okay, we are close enough there. Alright, I'm gonna do Drake Augur here. Ah, shoot. Wait, no, I can do this. Yes, before it moves. I think the fastest way into that combo is by doing a shelling into the moving version of the wide sweep. That's definitely the fastest way to execute the combo. I want to reload before I fight him again. Just do that. I swear I turned off the tutorials, but I guess since this is the first hunt, I always give you the tutorials. Alright, I think we can get a mount here. Oh my gosh, no. I whiffed. I want to get a mount attack, yes. Okay, we got the wound. Let's go ahead and do the drop finisher. Yeah, we just drill into their head. That's crazy. Okay, I'm gonna do a shelling to the combo, to the full blast. And I'm gonna do the Wyverns. I whiffed, but we can still do Wyvern's Fire. I'm gonna do it twice. Yeah. Oh man. I'm gonna do some charge shelling to get some Wyvern's Fire back. There we go, we got one back, so that's good with me. I'm gonna go for it. Unloading everything. Ah, missed. He's so low, he's so weak. I'm pretty sure he's like 1 HP. We were just freaking unloading on him. We have no shells though, and no stake. I kill you here? No, I couldn't kill him. How did that miss? This could be totally scripted because the Chatacabra has to die there for the main story mission, so it could be scripted that he has to come here to die. I'm actually starting to believe that that is true. Anyway, guys, that's the Gunlance in a nutshell. Nutshelling. Until next time, thanks for watching. If this video helped you out, then definitely show some love by leaving a like and subscribing to the channel and sharing it with your friends. That's the best way to help out. And thanks. I'll see you guys in the next one.